at this multi-step stuff again, I want to remind myself of what my steps are going to be. So, first things first, date things to make sure that we got things in the right spots. Then, also a good idea for me to get out my examples from yesterday if I was here, because again, I want to make sure that I know how to use my notes, since I get to use them on the quizzes anyway. So, multi-step, I believe we are now over to 21 and 22, I remember. I don't know why mine was not numbered. This must have been an early copy that I have here. And so, as we start to peek at some of these, again, we kind of look through and go, okay, let's see, what does this look like? It kind of looks like this one. Let's see here. So, step one, distribute, multiply, where possible. Here's the thing to notice on this particular problem, okay? It's only the number or value right in front of the parentheses that you're multiplying through by, not the 6n, okay? That is just going to kind of hang out here on its own. The rest, I want to make sure I take my time. -6, because you do take the sign with. -6 times -n is +6. Negative times negative, always positive. And -6 times -3 is +18. Okay, always keep reminding yourself, multiply, multiply, multiply on those. So once I get there, okay, distribute part done, no more parentheses. Combine like terms on the same side of the equals if I can. Okay, so these both have n's, so I can add them together. Okay, we're not multiplying anymore. So 6 and 6 is 12. And once I've done those two steps, we're going to have a two-step equation left, and that's all I need to do. So I look, let me fold this over a little bit here again, so we got room. But you just notice, I keep having it there, and I'm like, okay, so we're to here. Okay, box this in. Because I want to get the n term by itself. Plus 18, I want to do the opposite. Show the step. Don't try to just do everything in your head. 90 minus 18 is 72. Again, you got the calculator. If you want to check with that, you absolutely can. And here I was multiplying, I divided by that number. Here I'm going to do the same thing. Keep using the examples until you're comfortable that you can take care of it on your own, and once you are, I think you should. So that's in pretty good shape. Let's play with another one because I see a couple that are kind of as we get further down here. Let's try 5. So 5, you're like, woo, wait a minute. I don't see any in my paper that have multiple parentheses. But again, distribute where possible first. So you're like, I got to do both of these? We do. And again, when you multiply, whether it's in your brain or with the calculator, that doesn't matter as long as we're doing it correctly. And I don't lose my x. That'd be kind of important. Multiply my 3 through to each of these. Now this time, it gets a little more interesting. Because as I'm looking on this side of the equals, I do see that there's x's I can put together as like terms. But I also notice that this 35 and 12 are on the same side. It doesn't have to be just one thing I put together every time. So 35 and 12 is 47. And now we're back to two-step equation mode. I got to get that plus 47 to go away. (47 minus 47 is 0. Now, don't think you're stuck here. You are not. We're still going to follow through and do the last step. The last step is still the opposite of multiplying by 45. And if you take nothing and you cut it into 45 pieces, you still have nothing. So it can be a bit tedious, but it also is kind of a checking on your ability to pay attention to detail, because there's a lot of things that can go haywire if we're not taking our time as we're working through those piece by piece. Now, as what typically tends to be the case in here, and this will be no different, is as we head to the back, you're like, all right, oh, Hardy, why you got to keep doing this? Why? Well, a couple reasons why. Reason number one, why? It keeps giving us opportunities to go back and be like, evaluate. See, Hardy, I need to go and get my own notes off of there so I can get my notes situated here. But I can look and I can see words I can evaluate, and I can go get the help if I need it on that. So let's say we're doing, looks like fun 10. X is 3. Put it in. Minus. Y is 1. Put it in. Plus. Z is 1. Put it in. You could even put that directly in the calculator right now if you wanted to. I don't think you need to, though. 1 plus 1 is 2. And just simplify it. Be careful, though, that you put the right numbers in for the right variables, because, well, otherwise that'll kind of mess things up. And so then the last part, so again, this is 1.1 notes if you need assistance. And then when it says write as an algebraic expression down here below, that is the 1.2 notes where we get all the wordiness in here, like quotient and product and things like that as we're trying these out. So,